Hi, today I'm going to show you how you could manage your time better and know what you're doing more using a feature in Google Calendar called Insights. To access your Google Calendar Insights, on Google Calendar, you'll see this over here above your calendar list and below the monthly calendar. You'll see this little time insights. And this will show you kind of like some basic stuff, like how many hours you've had meetings this week. But if you click this More Insights button, you'll get this side panel. And this side panel is actually really interesting. Towards the bottom, you'll see these are people I have meetings with regularly. So it'll show you who you meet with more than other people. It'll show you time that you spend in weekends, and it'll do it by week. And then this is the really cool thing that I'm kind of in love with right now. This is the time breakdown. And the time breakdown allows you to first set up working hours. So if you click on where it says adjust working hours, it'll take you to your Google Calendar settings to set up what hours you work. You could set up a working location too if you're working in different buildings or something like that. But you would just set your working hours. I set mine to 8 to 4 because that's typically what I work Monday through Friday. And then you could set up special things that you might do. So I clicked on this little edit button over here that looks like a pencil, and that allowed me to set up some color labels in my own calendar. So this is not like setting up multiple calendars. These are setting up kind of sections for your calendar. And so these are kind of the big things that take most of my time. I wanted to see how much time I spend teaching versus either developing professional development or participating in professional development trainings, working on assistive technology, report writing, and doing coaching or esports. So those are the four main areas kind of I work with. There's probably some other areas as well, but that I could add. I could just click this, and maybe I'm going to put in a section here for tech admin duties, and I could just hit save. So once I have my list of kind of things, all I have to do to kind of start keeping track of it, and you can go back in time on previous things you've done, is for instance, I could click on this one, edit this, like work on AT reports. And now if I go to my, I could pick my calendar, which is my calendar. It's not anybody else's calendar. But under my color here, where I normally would pick my color, I could pick one of those areas that I've set up. And if I click, oh, that's AT report writing and hit save, it'll automatically it's leaving it under my Sally Garza calendar, but it's kind of designating it as AT reporting time. And so I could do that for any of these other ones where that's what I'm working on those days. So I'm doing that a lot this week. Um, and when I do that, people still will see I'm working on, I'm busy during those times. So I'm going to change this one too. But now when I look at my time insights over here, I could say this week alone, I'm working 12 hours on AT report writing or assistive technology report writing. I'm spending 15 hours teaching this week. I'm doing another hour and a half of professional development and doing the tech tips of the week and some other stuff. And no esports this week because we're on hiatus right now, and other things. So you could actually set up like categories for yourself to see how you're doing. Now, you could also see by time, like, how much time are you doing focus time or one-on-one meetings? To me, I liked seeing it by color and seeing my breakouts. To me, that's a little more important. Now, this is where it gets really cool, though. So I normally set up my calendar to view 1 week at a time. If I do this 1 day at a time, notice these numbers change. So this is just what my time today looks like versus if I do this by month. I could see how much time I'm teaching this month or report writing this month. Or if I look at it by year, and I could see really some really cool things and seeing a nice graph here for what I'm working on throughout a whole calendar year. Again, this is information for me, but this really helps me decide how I'm going to divide my time up and prioritize things on a day or weekly or even monthly basis. Um, and I just find it's an interesting way to like see what you're doing and how you're spending your time on stuff. So check out time in the insights on Google Calendar. They're kind of interesting, especially if you're curious about this kind of stuff. And especially if you're wondering how much time you're spending completing different tasks. Please let me and any other person in the tech department know if you need help with this and any other tool that we are using at Lawrence School.